Okay, this is a video on how to replace the oil control valves in the 2001 LS430. And first thing we're gonna do is remove this cover. It says you got one on the driver's side, that right there, and the other one is located up under here. You can see the back end of it. See, it looks like that back end right there. So it's over here, so I have to take all this right here off to get to that one. So let me do that. To everything easier, I'm gonna take this cover right here off first. I got tabs missing and everything. Except one tab holding it on. So I'm gonna pop that off and then finish popping off the clips on the filter cover, or the filter to the filter housing. And so that way we can try to get, I think, this part right here off as well, or part of it. That you can finish popping these metal tabs off. I think like 1, 2, 3, should be one more. Yeah, fourth one's already popped off. So see if we can work this thing, see what we all got to take off here. Now I'm removing that bolt down there that's holding this on, and I'm using 10 millimeter with an extension and a reducer on it. Next, I'm gonna remove the clip on this small hose right here, and alongside of that gizmo there, and that should maybe have to loosen, take that one off too. So this one came out pretty easy, slid right off. Clamp kind of loose, it ain't real tight. This one, I just got to kind of work the screwdriver on both sides and just work it off. So it came off, it's kind of rocking back and forth off this part right here. It just came right off and everything. And so kind of see up on here. So I got to do all that when I get ready to change these plugs on here. I haven't changed the plugs on this since I got it. So this side, the plugs, they're easy to get to. If I remember correctly, I changed the plugs in my last LS430. I think it's this side is a little more difficult, but let me say that for another day. The same 10 millimeter socket that I use to take this off right here, this housing off with, is the same socket you'll use to take these off with. So let's go and do that. Did first disconnect the wire harness first, and then go on and take it off. Really tell which valve goes on which side by the wire connector. You can see this one right here. It's facing the same way as that one, and this one over here stands up straight, just as that one right there does as well. And it stands up straight. Okay, so this is the new one compared to the old one. And so, getting it out and everything, I had to like pry on it a little bit with the screwdriver. Not no real big pressure, just to pop it out and everything. So we're gonna go right there where the other one came out of. Okay, so we got it tightened down good and hand tight. Got the wire harness plug back in. Now I'm gonna go put this part right here back on and stuff like that, and then I'll do the other side. So we got that step done. Now you just want to put everything back like you found it. Clips, there's 4 of them. Clip it all down. Tighten back down your clamps here and the hose there in the housing. Put that hose back on, put that hose down, and put that bolt right there back in. And then number 1 bolt holding that on. You got 2 hoses connect right there and everything. Let's go to the other side. Here, look like we just gotta take this hose right here, this part right here off, and swing it probably out the way. She's gonna take it completely off, and so that way we can get to the wire harness easy, make it easy to put this back in and take it off. So instead of taking this hose off, it's not in the way of the harness. I got it partly off, but what seems to be in the way is this right here. It got wires connected into it and stuff like that. So it's 2 bolts that look like I gotta take off so I can move, lift that up enough to slide that up out of there. I had to loosen this right here too as well. This is where the cover bolts onto. So I didn't take it all the way off. I just loosened up to swing that out the way so I can try to clear that spot. That did it. That allowed me enough room so I can go and pull this sucker out. Once I pulled it so far, I was able to twist it down and get it out and everything. That dirt, I gotta make sure none of that dirt gets to the engine and stuff. I'm getting it in that component and stuff like that. So let me stick something, cover that hole up, and and try to blow that stuff out of there. Okay, so we're gonna get ready to tighten it down. We got it in there, took it a little finagling, but just, you know, like twisting it sideways because of the connector, and clearing that, and then twisting it back up as you push it in. And it was no problem. Just make sure I advise not to get none of that dirt, nothing like that. If it's in there, cover the hole up first, and then try to clean the dirt out from around that area if there's any. As a side note, for this boat right here, I did have to put the extension on there so I can get to it better because of this hose right here. Double check myself on this side. Make sure everything is cool. Everything I took off is put back on and everything. I got both of them in there. You can see the one right there, and you can see the one right there, and so forth. These were not OEM parts that I brought for this. So I got them off of Amazon for like 26 bucks for the set. So over time, I'll see how well they work and everything. If I need to, I'll replace them with the OEM. Another side note, the cover is a lot easier to get off than it is to put back on, but this might line in the two holes together and sliding it on and everything. But let's look at the tools real quick that I use. This I use a drill. You don't have to. You can. It's a Phillips screwdriver. Loosen the clamps on for that clamp and the other clamp that goes in there, and then a flathead screwdriver to work the hoses off with and stuff like that, and to work the valves up out of there a little bit. And then of course I use the 10mm socket. Look like it's 10mm. I got two 10mm sockets I use, so it's 10mm socket that I use and everything. It fits all the bolts that I needed to and everything. And I didn't even need these really because the clamps on the hoses up under there, like that one right there, you can kind of squeeze it with your fingers and so forth. So just make sure everything's put back and everything. And it shouldn't take that long, but it took me long because it's the first time doing it and so forth. And everything. Hope they help you out some and everything. And all right. Okay, so I drove a few miles and lights are out. The check engine light went off. It was a red triangle with the explanation point inside of it. And VSC. All that is clear.